So give it up for Janet. I'm confusing them. Actually, she showed me a mug that had the Inner Planet Janet reference on it, and I don't know what it was from. But
that
it was
one too.
Pardon me?
That one too. Inner Planet Janet.
She's a galaxy girl.
She's
a galaxy girl.
Hell yeah.
Janet Doll. She had Janet's Planet from Steve Doll's wife.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, hi. I have some poems here, and I get to be the non-Luddite and read from my phone. Forgive me. This is a poem called Precinct 14. And yeah, it has Chicago references. Sorry. It was a long night for us, starting out at your apartment with your roommates' co-workers coming over and making margaritas until 2 in the morning. But of course, we decided that the best thing then to do would be to go out. And so we were off to the Blue Note. That's where we went, and we found some interesting people to talk to. Closed the bar. I think that was the first time I ever did that. Closed a late-night bar, I mean. And at 4:30, you drove me home down Milwaukee Avenue. And I know it angles, and I know you can see the traffic light from the oncoming traffic as easily as you can see your own light. But I'm sure that light was green and not red, like the cops said when they pulled us over. You could have been in big trouble that night. No insurance, no city registration sticker, a Michigan driver's license when you'd lived in Illinois for over a year now, a cracked windshield, running a red light, probably intoxicated. So they brought you into the station at 5 a.m., and all they did was write you a ticket, and they gave me a business card that said if we have any problems to give them a call. You drove me home. The cops met us there, too, hitting on me again. And although we both agreed that the night was a lot of fun, even with the involvement of the 14th Precinct, I still believe that damn light wasn't even red. I got 3 here. I've got them lined up somehow. This one is called, oh god, it's another one that mentions the Blue Note. I love the fact that I played a concert at the Blue Note and I closed that late night bar. It's awesome. This is called The Philosopher at the Blue Note. He seemed so interested in philosophy, which seems strange, sitting at a bar at about 1:30 in the morning. It didn't seem the time or place for philosophy, but I asked questions anyway. So, do you believe in a god? And if you do you believe in a mono or polytheistic religion? And he answered by saying that everyone has a god, whether it's their soul or an icon they pray to every night before they go to bed. And it doesn't matter what form that god takes for a person, because the moral values are similar in most every religion. That's what matters, is that we have a god. What matters is that we have a god of one sort or another. That most people don't pay attention to their spirituality, who they are, or what they really want. No, they don't, I thought, and was amazed that this drunk man was about to formulate cohesive thoughts at 2:30 in the morning. But then, of course, he had to mention something about sexuality, and then I realized it was just one big, long, drawn-out come on. And then he asked me for my phone number, and I gave him a fake one. And then he tried to kiss me, and I pushed him away. And he ended up running out of the bar, screaming. So much for philosophy, I thought. And I went home once again, alone with my morals or values or whatever the hell you want to call them, wondering if there's anyone out there like me. It's not running twins. Let me go to. Haha, there we go. I have one more for you. Sorry, those were older pieces. This one is new. New shit. This one, I believe I read at Poetry Plus, so Tom may have heard this. It's called Newspaper Inks, the Blood of a Dying Species. It is really funny. You're absolutely right. Newspaper ink. Sorry, I have no idea. Sorry. Sitting in those basement labs, the hum of the computer workstations is accompanying my thoughts. Time was ticking, deadlines darted, and I was used to that daily deadline. The rush to be on time was my nicotine. I'd slam my hands, my fingers into those keyboards so that every newspaper would know my side of the story. I would keep copies of my work in 9-point type, 2-inch wide columns, but newspaper pages are thin as tissue. I can't hold my work in this form forever, not like this. The ink smudges and disappears whenever anyone touches the pages. Maybe that's the disintegration of the written word, now that everyone prefers reading the text from their phones and tablets. Besides, they want to read on their computer train to work. The newspaper ink could get smudged onto their crisp white shirts. Journalism is a dying art. Millennials think that if you use your smartphone and text what anyone blurts out, they think that's actually news. So they post their nonsense on every electronic medium they can find. Besides, with the prices they pay for phones, so they can Google every question they have and not have to retain any answers, texting and data better be for free. Not like those newspapers, not the tabloided ones, the ones that you have to spread out your arms wide to read. You know, the cumbersome ones. The ones that make you feel like you have something worth saying because it's something of value. This is what I loved. I loved being able to take a statement on a printed page and have it delivered to the town's front doors. I'd open my front door, then open my daily paper, just like the one delivered to every front door, to open the page wide and then find what's mine. Why bother remembering stories in the news when you can just reference it in an archive online? Well, you may be right. It may seem convenient, but it's inconvenient to search for the stories in the first place. And anyway, I still contend that it's better for your eyes and maybe your brain, because you can retain information on a page. I know, the newspaper's a dying species. It's a dying art. But the oils, the pigments that make the ink, they make our blood. Understand this. And if you ever grab a newspaper again, if any ink smudges onto your fingers, well, rub it in. Let it get into your bones, because this stuff's in our blood, and it gives us life.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She's been to the sun, it's a lot of fun. It's a hot spot, it's a gas. Hydrogen and helium.
Janet's seen all the planets.
You know it.
Interplanet Janet kind of sounds like a hoe. I never thought of that until you said that. I was like,
Planet Janet hasn't seen.
Be like at a bachelor party. Now, who's the entertainment? Oh, Interplanet
like
Janet's
this.
coming.
There's never been a planet Janet hasn't seen. Yeah, like that. Like, okay, woo! All right, give it up for Janet.